Hi there, it's Nicole from Mama Elephant, and today's card features the Cat's Meow stamps and coordinating dies, plus the Celebration Balloons stamps and dies. The Cat's Meow is the stamp set that has this incredible big bold border with all of these cute kitties, plus there's some individual cat images, lots of accessories, and really fun, and it works with any greeting stamp set that you might already have on hand. It's just going to work for lots of different occasions. I paired it with the Celebration Balloons for a congrats card. I went ahead and stamped the image, the big bold image from the Cat's Meow, plus the Celebration Balloons congrats greeting and some individual balloons on some Nina smooth white cardstock, and I'm coloring in my cat images. Lots of different color combinations here. The one color, and I'm going to use them throughout the whole design, so I won't show multiple cats colored with the same design. I'm going to try to move it around so you see all the different color combinations. The first cat was E40, 43, and 44. And then the kind of orange tabby is going to be E31, 35, and 99. That dark color for the little stripes. And then all of the cats are going to feature some little pink cheeks in either R000 or R20. It really just depends on the color of the cat, what's going to show up. And the noses are going to be pink as well, and the little insides of the ears. You could choose to color these with whatever you wanted to, and in many different colors. I kind of went with more traditional cat colors, I guess you would want to say, but I think they're fun colored in rainbow colors. There's so many fun ideas out there. So this is another one that's colored in that same kind of orange color combination. I did do a couple of those. And then I'm going to move on to some warm grays. And this is to give some kind of gray kitties or some gray kitties with little stripes. This image that I'm coloring right now is probably my favorite, or one of my favorites, and there isn't even a face. I absolutely love that his little bum is up in the air with the tail sticking up. I think that's so clever and so cute and just really kind of fun and whimsical. I'll go ahead and color this cat down here in the bottom left corner with the same color combination. Warm gray 3 and 5 for my base colors of the cat, warm gray 7 for the stripes, and R20 for the cheeks, nose, and insides of the ears. For a lighter gray cat that's maybe even almost maybe white, just a little tinge of gray, I guess, I'm using some very light warm grays. Warm gray 00 and 2. And then I'll use a little dotted detail with warm gray 3 and warm gray 2. Just to give him a little texture. And his mustache will be colored with the darker grays, warm gray 7 and 5. For the brown, I am using E25, 27, and 47. This gives a nice variety. This and about one more color combination that I'll show here in a little bit are the only color combinations I'm using throughout. So I'm simply going to take the color combinations that you've already seen and just mix and match throughout this entire border. It does take a little bit. There's a lot of coloring on this card, but I think it's so fun and very worth it. Another little light, very, very light gray cat. We'll just color a couple more real quick before we move on to another color combination. This kind of shows you how I moved around. I didn't want any two of the same color to be next to each other, just for interest. This is that last color combination with E50 and 53. I also did some like little not polka dot, but kitties with dots on them, a couple of those, but same warm gray color combinations. The accents, if they have stars, they're in yellows, the heart is in red, the crown is in yellow, same color combinations all the way across. The bow ties on the cats are going to be in red, so R24, R27, the ball of yarn also in red. I tried to keep very consistent throughout this just to not pull in a lot of additional colors. The goldfish will be in some yellow-red colors. I think I left that part out. The top hat and the top of the coffee cup are going to be in cool grays. It's a nice contrast to the warm grays. Warm grays are what I like for fur and hair, cool grays for anything else. I did die cut the image then with the coordinating the Cat's Meow die, and I'm taking a black glaze pen and adding detail to the eyes on all of the cats, and it makes a huge difference. It really makes eyes stand out, I think, and it's always a finishing touch that I add to my critters or any images that have eyes and noses that need to be filled in. I'm going to set that aside for a second and take a background piece of Bristol Smooth cardstock. This is A2 sized, 4 1/4 by 5.5 inches, and add candied apple and dried marigold distress inks to this panel using the mini ink blending tools. This is one of my favorite color combinations. It's a little non-traditional with the red and the orange together, but it's one of my favorites. I really love it. So the orange is kind of here at the top, the red will be at the bottom. It'll ombre up to the orange. I want to make sure I get a nice seamless transition from one color to the next, so I'm going to go over that a few times and work those colors together so that it's very natural looking. Once I have all the ink applied, I will spritz this with water from a distress sprayer to add some nice distressing. The water wicks away the ink, so it's going to move some of that ink away from that or from those areas. Blot it dry with a paper towel, and it's going to leave this fantastic distressed background, which I absolutely love. Add a little bit more water. If there's not enough, you can always add just a little bit more water to add some more distressing. Now I still need to color the rest of the images, the greeting and then the single balloons from the Celebration Balloons stamp set. I'm going to grab some oranges and red Copic markers, very similar to the colors of the background, that ombre. So my balloons for the Congrats Celebration balloons are going to have red and orange, very light orange at the top, YR01 with R24 at the bottom, and then that mid-tone color is going to be YR04. And I'll go back over the whole thing with YR1 to blend them out really good. It's just going to have an ombre effect of light orange to that kind of, it ends up kind of being a peachy red with these colors. There is quite a bit of colorless blender in the YR01. In fact, I probably should have let the image sit just a little bit and come back and blended, because I think it bled into the small openings of like the R and the A, but that's okay. I'll go ahead and die cut the Celebration Congrats out with the coordinating die, and then I am using a ruler and the Sakura Stardust glitter pen to draw balloon strings. I don't want the balloon strings to be really dark, so the glitter pen, or Stardust pen rather, is my favorite for drawing in balloon strings. And I need balloon strings much longer than the ones from the Celebration Balloons stamp set. Lining up my ruler with the bottom of each of the balloons, and then I'm just kind of crisscrossing them all over the background here for the Congrats. Here's kind of what it's going to look like so far. I definitely need a few additional balloons to fill up that background. There's the great heart and then the traditional balloon shape from Celebration Balloons. The little yay from the Cat's Meow, I stamped kind of all over up above the cats using candied apple ink. I tried the dried marigold and it was too light, so I just went ahead and kept with the candied apple distress ink for the background to fill in a little bit. Here are the rest of those balloons that I'm going to color. I'm using R24 and 27, YR01 and YR04 to color my balloons. The hearts I colored all with red. The traditional balloon shape, I used the orange or yellow red colors, which gives you that orange color. Very quick coloring here. I will die cut all of these with the coordinating Celebration Balloons dies. And then I just need to fill those in the background and draw some balloon strings for those as well. I'm going to attach those balloons to the background. I haven't attached the big cat border yet because I need to be able to draw those balloon strings far enough down. Again, I'm going to use my ruler to just quickly draw in those balloon strings with a nice straight line. Trim off anything that is hanging off the edge of my background panel, and then I can attach my border and the congrats. So we just want to line those up with my balloon strings I previously drew. Put some nice strong adhesive on the back of the cat's meow border. It will slightly overhang the edges. I'll just take my scissors again and trim off any excess from both sides. And there is my background. I'm going to take a Wink of Stella clear glitter brush pen and color over all of the balloon images. I'll stamp an additional greeting from the Celebrations Balloon stamp set on the inside of my card using some black ink. I also went over all of the balloons with some glossy accents. I missed that when filming the video, so I let that dry completely. I'm going to round all four corners with the 1/2 inch corner rounder. Just shake out that excess. My corner rounder needs cleaned out a little bit, it looks like. And there is my card. To finish off, I'm going to take some mini gold confetti pieces and add little dabs of glossy accents all over the background. Then pick up all those little confetti pieces and attach those in the background to finish off the card. The gold just complements, I think, the orange and red background perfectly and gives a feeling of maybe throwing confetti in the air, and with the balloons and everything, definitely a celebration style card. The quick stick tool is perfect for picking up those confetti pieces easily and being able to position them right where you want them to go without using your fingers. Thanks for joining me for this Mama Elephant card featuring the Cat's Meow stamps and coordinating dies. The supplies I used are listed and linked below the video here on YouTube. Here are a couple more videos featuring Mama Elephant stamps and dies that you might be interested in. Thanks for watching, and we'll catch you next time.